Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 46, part
1. Wow, I can't believe we made it this far.
1 of the Fangear Podcast.
Welcome back.
I'm Joshua Vasquez. To my right, Tommy Costa. Welcome back to the show.
Hi, thank you. And of course, this week, where else would we be but on stage at Coachella?
Oh, yeah. Hello, everyone watching on Periscope.
Oh, they're behind us.
And, watching on Periscope.
This is, of course, weekend 2.
Yes, we are headlining the main stage.
It's not the main stage.
We're in the Sahara tent.
Oh, we're in a tent, so we're doing some EDM drops.
We're on,
yeah, it's the EDM tent.
We're on
perfect.
your candy flipping, your hippie flippers, and your LSDs and your acids and your 420 bros, and we're just living it up.
Oh, we're at Coachella. Let me put on my Coachella outfit.
What? Okay.
It
What
is
is
hot.
happening?
Unbutton a couple.
Anyway.
You got your armbands on still? You're not at Coachella if you don't wear your armbands for like 3 weeks after.
To Tommy's right,
Oh, yeah.
Joey Vasquez.
Hey guys, what's going
Now
on?
say everything you just said again.
Alright, so Coachella, hippie. Okay.
Guys.
Guys, hold on.
Whoa.
I just want to say this real quick. It's really hot. Go ahead.
Thank you.
I'm just saying they're going to see me kind of
Yeah,
like
just
gasping for clean air, warm,
Sure.
fresh air. So.
Yeah, it's hot here in the Fangear studio.
Here in sunny California.
Oof.
Guys, thank you for tuning in. We're going to get to these in just a second. If you like our show and you've been watching, please give us a like and a subscribe. That really helps us out. Leave a comment, let us know. We're going to be asking you some questions throughout the show. Let's get into it. Guys, have you seen or are you aware of the anime Ghost in the Shell?
Yes, aware of.
No.
Okay.
Not even aware of. Ooh,
No, I
boy.
didn't know what that was.
Yikes.
But you know what it is now.
It's an anime. Okay.
Okay.
But
you're just hearing about this now.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't heard anything? Oh, interesting. Okay, fresh
coming
take.
in fresh
take.
ears.
All right, here we go.
So,
Give it to me, Josh.
Ghost in the Shell. A lot of people talking right now.
yes, because the live action movie adaptation is currently in the works. It's being shot.
Is it being shot or was it already shot?
It is. We even have a photo
Wow.
of the movie.
Yeah, but that's not what we're
Picture of the movie.
Well, it's a picture of a scene from the movie.
Cool.
But anyway, Ghost in the Shell is an anime. It's like from back in the early 90s, I believe, I want to say, or at least the first animated movie came out. Maybe it was 85 or 95, one of those.
Long
But
time ago.
came out, anime, Japanese anime, of course. There was a lot of backlash from the studio, or towards the studio, when it was announced that Scarlett Johansson was cast as the lead.
Oh, I think I did hear about this.
Yes. So there was a lot of backlash. I think this is like a year ago or so that people were mad about this because it's an Asian character.
She's a white.
Well, she's a white. Yes. We'll get more into whether or not she's an Asian character, but we'll get more into that later.
Wait, are we getting more into whether she's Asian or if she's white?
Well, the news today
Oh.
is that, not today, but like the news that we are delivering to you today, is that they recently came into some more controversy when it was apparently leaked that they were going to be doing some CG on Scarlett Johansson to make her look more Asian. The studio came back. They said, "Oh no, we were doing it on a character in the background, like a supporting character." But the person who originally leaked the information was like, "Nope,
Holds
definitely
firm. Yeah.
was meant for Scarlett Johansson. Scarlett Johansson didn't know anything about it, but it was for her."
Right.
So Scarlett Johansson was not involved in any of that. But yes, they were trying to Asian face Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah. Right.
Well, not cool, guys.
Not cool.
This is... It's just, it doesn't really make... I mean, okay. Obviously, you have to look at it from both sides. The one side being that for this studio, their only concern is making money.
Right.
That's all it's about. So for them, obviously, their first choice for actor is going to be somebody who has recognition, somebody who is going to bring people, the mainstream people, into watching this this movie who probably have no idea what the anime is and will go just because, oh, it's Scarlett Johansson's new movie. But when you get down to the point where you're like, okay, we need to develop this technology to make her look more Asian, that's when you got to start thinking, hey, maybe we should just get an Asian actress to be in this role.
Yeah, it's like it's not like you're gonna trick anyone into thinking Scarlett Johansson is Asian.
No, no, and it's like if you would go so far as to do that, and the character needs to be Asian, then just get an Asian actress.
Right.
There are plenty of good actresses, and maybe going no name would be even better.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you're making a good movie, then it initially it might matter, but in the long run, once people start hearing about it, news travels fast nowadays. Oh, this movie's actually really good.
Yeah.
It's, we don't know who the actress is. She's new.
Yeah.
But it can still make you a lot of money. You can still do that.
Yeah. So the studio needed to attach star power to this movie.
Right.
Otherwise, it's an indie film, essentially. It's not going to do any better than that. Right. Because it's not a ridiculously popular franchise. I mean, I knew what it was before this. I remember seeing it on, was it ever on Toonami? I mean, it's movies. It's not a show.
I don't know. I'm sure it was... I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about the original anime, but... I would even challenge your point that they need to have this lead actress. Or
for it to be as big as they want it to be, they need it to.
Yeah, okay,
it would not be any bigger than that. Which, I mean, I don't need it to be that big, but
no,
I also don't have any money in the movie.
Right. But I just think there are other ways. Like look at it this way: they're paying a lot of money to Scarlett Johansson because of who she is.
Right.
So obviously, you get somebody who this is their big break. You can pay them less, which I think everyone's sort of okay with that, right? Like, you have an up-and-comer, they're brand new, they don't have a lot of work, but they did well in the audition, you think they're good. You can obviously pay them a decent amount, but I don't think you have to pay them for their star power like you would a Scarlett Johansson.
Right.
So you spend that money on marketing and just generally making the movie quality better,
sure, then
you still have a successful movie. Or save the money and have less of a budget and then make more money on the back end.
Right.
Or alternately, if you really need or want Scarlett Johansson that bad, you could change the character. I mean, adapt it into, they don't have to be Asian.
I think that's... People are having a problem with that too, because I'm sure they did do that. I'm sure originally... They just changed the character to a white character.
Well, you bring up an interesting point, which gets into the plot of the movie, and which is an argument against the backlash. The lead is not a human.
Oh.
It's a robot. It's not a person at all. It can theoretically...
But it poses as an Asian woman.
Originally,
right,
yes.
Well,
the character struggles with, I am like a killing machine. Or am I human or am I this robot?
Yeah.
And it is an Asian woman. But theoretically, it can look however you want it to look.
Then I just thought of probably what might be the strongest argument, which is, in the plot of this movie, I'm guessing it takes place in... where does it take? Do you know where?
It takes place in Japan.
It's Japan?
Yeah. So in fact, it's very important that it takes place in Japan.
So why would a robot... pose as a white person in Japan? Like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
Literally, the entire supporting cast in this movie is Asian.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
She's the one white person.
That's what I mean. Like, what? Like, it doesn't make sense that a robot that was created in a certain place wouldn't want to blend in with those people, and then have that struggle of like, oh, I look like them, but I'm not actually one of them. It makes zero sense to be like, oh, I'll look like a white person and immerse myself in this culture.
Yeah.
Right. That just doesn't make any sense.
So they need an Asian actress from the get-go.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't even know that, but that's probably the strongest.
Yeah. But that's what a lot of people are saying. It's like, oh, she can look however they want. Like, she's not even a human.
But it wouldn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah,
right.
But there are specific reasons for why she should look a certain way, and they all point to looking Japanese.
Yeah.
Well,
So that's the controversy. I think we can all agree making a white person look like a not white person is bad.
Yeah.
I think we established that a long time ago.
I don't know. It was pretty good in The Jazz Singer,
The Jazz Singer.
the first movie with sound.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, you know
And
what?
Tropic Thunder.
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
I'm surprised. You know,
for some
let's
reason,
not get
for
into
some
it.
reason, everyone was okay with that one.
Yeah, I don't.
I think. Well, yeah, they specifically call out that it was bad that he was doing that. Like
Maybe
that
that's
was the
why.
point of his character, was that like you realize that's blackface.
Well,
Yeah.
his character was a character acting in blackface.
Right.
So
So
Which is
that's how they got
just
away
a
with it.
weird way of getting away with it, but
Yeah.
they're still doing it.
Yeah.
But I think people just like the movie, so they
right.
just forgave it.
A lot of people don't know that movie was written by Justin Theroux.
Yeah, that's weird.
Isn't that strange? It's like
Star
considered one of
star
like
the Leftovers.
yes, like
A very
insanely
serious
dramatic
an
role.
actor. Yeah, an actor who typically has very serious roles.
yeah, wrote what a lot of people consider like a classic modern comedy.
Yeah. Weird.
Anyway, moving on to our next big piece of news, and this one is very early on in this news. This is the first bit of information we're getting, so there's not too much to go on. We're going to tell you what we know about the Pokemon live-action film.
Yes.
It's currently in the subject of a bidding war in Hollywood, and
For the script, correct?
for the script, leading one of the frontrunners that we know of right now is Legendary Pictures.
that's kind of cool, like legendary Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that's why they wanted it.
Interesting kind of side note. Legendary Pictures is a primarily Chinese company.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
Look, I'm just gonna say it. Doesn't matter who buys it. This movie is never gonna do Pokemon justice, no matter how good it is.
Yeah, there's a great chance that this is going to be a Dragon Ball Z live action,
Dragon Ball Z scenario.
That's true.
which was god awful. And, I mean, see, my problem is even if you do the story justice and it's a good story, maybe it can be interesting to watch. But just we know the Pokemon characters as the cartoons that they are.
Sure.
That we don't know them in any other way. So I think even in Dragon Ball Z, when you see like Piccolo and all these other people, it's like, yeah, I see that he's an alien, but that's not Piccolo.
Yeah.
Piccolo looks like this.
Yeah.
And I worry that's what's going to happen with the Pokemon.
Right.
Unless the animation style like sort of stays true to it, but also brings them to life.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how it would.
Well, I don't want to get too much into this rumor.
Right.
But it is rumored to be written by Max Landis. Hashtag Landis Pokemon. Hashtag Landis Pokemon is real.
Hashtag unconfirmed.
Hashtag unconfirmed. However, if this is true, it will not follow any characters we know.
Also, no one will see it.
Oh, if a Pokemon movie live action came out, people would see
Oh,
it
yeah,
for
everyone would
sure. Especially if it's. I mean, obviously they must have the rights from Pokemon, right?
From Pokemon, yeah. Another thing, a lot of people are saying this would never happen, Nintendo would never allow this to happen. Nintendo has zero say. They do not own Pokemon. They have almost nothing to
Yeah.
do with Pokemon. Everyone
no,
always
no.
says Nintendo, though this is a Nintendo movie. It's not. It's a Pokemon
It's not
movie.
Pokemon.
Pokemon is not
company,
owned by
what do they
Nintendo.
call it?
They've never
Like,
been owned by Nintendo. They
Yeah.
just happen to be on Nintendo consoles, and Nintendo has.
the rights.
They have a big part in it because it's a huge franchise for them to have,
Yeah.
but they do not own the rights to it.
Yeah, no, it's purely Pokemon.
Yes.
Well, yeah, it'll be cool to see on the big screen.
Twould be.
Yeah, I mean, it's also important to note here that even if this script gets purchased, there's still a lot of other phases that would have to go through.
Oh yeah,
But
no.
it-
If it comes out at
No,
all after
yeah.
it's bought, then we
No,
are
yeah.
not seeing it for a few years.
Oh, not even that. I just mean it might make it through this phase. It may get bought by somebody, and then it could die
Put on
right
the
there.
shelf.
Yeah, we definitely don't get your hopes up just yet. Wait a couple of years, and then come back and we'll talk about this again. and then we'll talk about what it could actually look like and things like that based on what studio has it. But before then, I don't think we should get our hopes up.
Sure. All right, guys, we're gonna switch gears a little bit and
Fan gears?
Well,
Easy.
what happened?
Scare me.
Where are we?
you said the word.
I don't know. You're switching gears, but you never told us where we were going.
Oh, we're switching gears to some video game news. PlayStation 4.5. If you remember, we talked about this in a podcast before.
Did we?
I think you weren't there.
That must have
I
been
think this
true,
was the
'cause I
week
don't remember
after Comic-Con.
Is it this is the one that's not actually called PlayStation 4.5, right?
Right. It was just announced.
They didn't call it that? Why?
Well, the rumor has come back because for a while it was like, is this real? This might be real. And then it kind of stopped for a while, and then now it's back. And Giant Bomb is confirming, we know it's real. We've seen all the papers and everything. And it's being called internally PlayStation Neo.
Oh, like
Um,
new.
like Neo. Like Neo from the Matrix.
Like the one.
Sure. Anyway, and it came with
Give me that look.
came with a bunch of hardware upgrade details and some pretty interesting things that Sony is very adamant about, saying that developers are required to make every game compatible with the new PlayStation Neo and the PlayStation 4. They're not allowed to offer any exclusive content to the newer version for the PlayStation Neo. Everything has to be exactly the same between both consoles, so as to not alienate the fans who have supported the PlayStation 4 up to this point.
Makes sense.
And now they're coming out with a completely brand new console that is like basically outdating their old one.
So what exactly? Can you get into any specifics, or like what is a significant change? Why is it a 4.5 and not a 5?
CPU, GPU, everything is being upgraded.
So-
There's a whole list of things you can go on the Giant Bomb article and look at. They list everything. Literally everything is being upgraded.
So it's basically just like
The hardware,
just
itself.
the guts of it are being upgraded,
Right.
but not. You don't need to.
It's going to be the same OS. It's going to be playing the same games, just at a higher resolution.
Okay, and that's why the games would have to be different, I guess.
They would be
because
the
of
same
resolution.
games, just you would be seeing one is running better than the other. We're relatively early on in the PlayStation 4's lifespan. We have not even seen the half of what the PlayStation 4 can do.
Right.
Like when at the end of the cycle, where everything is like, this is the best that the PlayStation 4 has to offer graphically and as far as the hardware. So this is very interesting that this would be coming out, especially considering it is reportedly going to be $399.99, the current price of the PlayStation 4.
Well, see, that's what I think. I think, honestly, this is a very smart decision.
I think it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Well, I disagree.
Why?
I'll tell you why. Because the biggest
Because
thing
someone
that the
yesterday,
PS4
before this news broke, bought a PlayStation 4 for $399.99, and now they're pissed.
Yeah, but
They
that
can go
same
return it.
logic, people are still buying PS4s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why not?
So now people are going to stop buying PS4s, wait until next year, and buy a PS4.
I mean, it's still not bad, and you're going to get more people. I don't think they're... Because
Yeah.
here's the thing. The PS4, the whole platform is based on, we have the best graphics in the console industry. We're running, ours is the best product for the best price.
Mm-hmm.
But how many years has it been since PS4 launched? It's been a couple years now.
It's been like 2.5 years.
Now, our technology capabilities have advanced. And it may be the best console, but it's not the best it can be.
No.
But the technology is not quite there for a 5, right? To come out with a new thing. That's too much of a change for developers and people buying. But PS4 is still really popular. People are really happy. They will buy products. So that's why you come out with a 4.5 that is better than the 4, but now it's at the same price, which is crazy. And they must be doing that because they know that people are loving their products and they don't need to sell at a higher price.
Well, the regular PS4 is going to probably drop down to like, say, $250 or so.
Yeah, they could
and
do too.
I just think this is a kind of...
You think it's a slap in the face to people?
It
about
a little
PS4s?
bit. It is a little bit because, I mean, first of all, Sony has not said anything about this at all. So they were not planning on announcing anything. It was leaked.
Right.
All of this information. So there's that. So people would not be feeling like, hey, where's my upgraded version if this didn't leak? But I don't know. It just feels like someone bought a PS4 last Christmas, only a few months ago, or whatever, or they just have been saving up and they're just buying one now because for at this price, $399.99.
But you can say that about when any new system comes out.
A new system comes out every what, 6+ years?
Sure.
But see,
It
I don't
doesn't
know.
matter. Someone bought a PS3 the day before they announced the PS4.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
yes,
there's probably
but
long
also
enough
by the
before.
time you buy a PS3 the day before a PS4 is announced, there's a price drop. There haven't been any price drops.
Yeah, but see, that's almost good.
But there's going to be, when this becomes official news, there's going to be a PS4 price
Yeah.
drop.
I mean, this is the first time we've ever seen a mid-generation upgrade, like actual
Right.
hardware
Yeah,
upgrade.
hardware upgrade.
They've done where they, like they make it smaller, but it's all the same on the inside.
Yeah, or
They haven't even
worse.
done that. They haven't even done that yet.
Yeah, maybe they are not going to, and this is a replacement, which is better, right?
Or they do it at the same time.
Because I don't know, this makes me think that for the people out there who are playing the PS4 just because I just like the games, I don't really care much what it looks like, I don't need to play at a higher quality. For those people who already have a PS4, then they're fine, they're not missing out on anything. Mm-hmm. But for the people who are like, no, you know what, I'm looking at PC and it just looks better, I'm thinking about switching. Well, now they can sell their PS4s and then pay a couple $100 more to get something that's more the equivalent of a PC. Mm-hmm. They just save themselves like $500.
Sure. I mean, from a business standpoint, I can see the appeal here. I have, I think, a fundamental disagreement of the people who are there day one, year one, are the ones who have the inferior product.
Yeah. But that's
I don't
how
like that.
technology works.
Yeah, that's how all things work.
Does the PS4 go, you know what, we have this technology, we have the ability to give them a better product right now, but we're going to hold off until for 3 or 4 more years until it gets better and then give them the PS5? Or do they give it to us now and say, you know what, it's your option. You take it or you leave it.
How much do we think this might be a reaction to the NX coming out this year? Which will undoubtedly be superior to the PS4 as it is now.
Not at all a reaction, because you don't just throw something like this together.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something they've been thinking about, but...
Well, it's a PS4.5. Half the work's already done.
I think that this product was thought about the minute after the PS4 was deemed successful. I think that's when they were like, okay, then we have the ability to give them another product sooner than we thought because of how successful. It's more difficult to push another product when one failed right before.
I mean, this is verging on changing the landscape of the business of gaming, where people buy iPhones every year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a very different market. Like, your iPhone doesn't...
Right.
It does a lot more things than your gaming thing, and you need it for more things, and they get worse faster. But, I don't know, could we start seeing 2-3 year console cycles?
Absolutely.
Sure.
At this price point.
I think the conversation at Sony is, if people are spending $500 on an iPhone every year, why can't they spend
$800?
Yeah, $800. Why can't they spend $400 on our console
Yeah.
every year, or every 2 to 3 years?
But you don't have to buy the console every year. Like,
Right. That's
none
what I
of us
mean.
are going to
It's
get
even
this new
easier.
PS4. 'Cause
Right,
we already have
so
a
we already have
PS4. It's for people who don't have the PS4 yet.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. So I think some people will upgrade.
Well, yeah, the
serious
hardcore
players,
gamers will upgrade.
Right,
Yeah,
that's what I
the
mean.
thing. It's a win-win for everyone.
Yeah. I think because it's what's good about it is like the non-exclusive thing. Then those people who are playing the PS4 are getting screwed because then they're like, okay, well now I don't have if I want to play everything, then I have to get that.
Yeah.
But they don't need to.
Yeah.
I think that's important.
Definitely seems like that's something Sony's very concerned about, because...
Right. Yeah. By making that clause, I think that's what shows that.
Yeah, so there's one more party we have to consider here, and that's developers who are now developing for 3 different consoles with each game. I mean, games are going to be as soon as this news officially hits, every game is going to be delayed. Like, literally every game you can think of that's in development right now will be delayed.
Yeah, I mean, that could
Besides the first-party Sony ones that already have release dates and have known about this.
Yeah. We also have to worry about another excuse to raise prices of games.
Yeah.
This new console, they could say, oh, you know, the higher
No,
resolution and
price
all
of
that.
development's going to go up. I mean, they're developing 3 different games, essentially.
Yeah, but I mean, they'd still be making money off the ones that they produce, but it's of a higher quality, which may cost more. So that could be possible negative to this.
And then Sony's also saying to the developers, you have the option of patching your games that are already out, meaning they have to go back into development on a game that they have already released for a free patch for people who have already bought that game, or else new players can't play it. If they didn't already buy that game and they have the PS Neo, which will not be what it's called, but
Yeah.
they can't even, that's not even an option for them if they decided not to patch it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It's probably not going to sell that well anyway.
I mean, we also don't know.
I disagree. I think they're going to start phasing out the PS4.
The other thing to kind of keep in mind is if this is a leak, not even announced, usually on an announcement, it might be 6 months to a year.
I would say this would be probably a good chance we see this at E3.
But a possible release of this wouldn't be until deep 2017, maybe 2018.
I disagree. I could say we could see this as early as October with the PS4, the PS VR.
I don't think you'll see it that early. No way.
I think we could.
This is just a leak. It's not even announced. That would be...
It's a full detailed
very
leak.
quick turnaround.
I think it would be very likely that we see it this year.
Very likely.
I'd say very likely to almost guaranteed.
Wow.
I don't know about that.
I would say
I'm
you're a
thinking-
crazy
I'm
person.
thinking maybe like October 2017 is what I'm thinking.
I disagree.
Because then, I mean, think about it. If they do that, then is that enough time?
4
I mean,
years?
it's been like
Almost
4 years since the last one. Maybe it's due for an upgrade.
I mean, it would be the first of its kind.
Oh, absolutely, it would be. Well, I don't know.
Whatever due
Wii
for an
U?
upgrade means.
Or the what's the?
New 3DS.
I mean, oh yeah, I guess in handheld. But I was thinking more of isn't there an upgrade? Never mind. I mean, Wii U is sort of an upgrade of the Wii. Just
Oh god, you're the problem, Joey.
I'm the problem.
That's why the Wii U didn't sell, because everyone's like, is it just the Wii? Like, we don't need to buy the upgrade.
Yeah.
But they were actually right.
No.
That's why.
They weren't right. They just didn't know what it was. Nintendo did a terrible job marketing it, and that's why it didn't sell.
Yeah, but then it also never became more than just the Wii. Like, it had the potential to be more than just a second
It's
Wii.
the next console. It's not an upgrade.
Yeah, but they never treated it as an upgrade. As in,
Yeah.
a bunch of games didn't come out that were specifically for...
No, they treated it too
the
much like an upgrade when it wasn't at all.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
They said, here's the Wii U, which sounds exactly like Wii 2.
yeah. That's what I mean.
Yeah, no, it's just a bad idea.
Sure. But that's for another conversation. Or you can listen to our podcast, We Talking Wii U to You.
Yeah.
Wherever you
Go
get
back
that.
in the archives.
Go back in the archives and
Check
hear
that out.
us
You'll learn
definitely
all
talk about Wii U.
about the Wii U.
Tommy, why don't you bring us into our next one?
Twitter news of the week.
Oh, I love oh.
At Jurassic Park,
Oh,
the official Twitter for Jurassic World.
let me see. Are they verified?
Yeah.
Yep, we're good.
They got the blue
They
or the
reliable?
white check with the blue circle.
Mm-hmm.
They tweeted out, "We are pleased to announce that at Film Boyena will direct the Jurassic World sequel."
I'm sorry, who?
J.A.
No, say it.
Bayona.
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 But yeah.
Yes. And it's coming out June 22nd, 2018. I don't know if we already knew that.
Who is this guy?
Okay. I knew you were going to ask, so I did a little bit of
Thank
research.
God. And thank you
Good
for
job.
looking up the pronunciation of his name.
Yes.
He's a Spanish filmmaker.
Okay.
Also, Bayona.
Bayona.
He's directed a couple episodes of Penny Dreadful,
Oh, I
a
hear that
few
show's
short films. He's got a movie coming out this year in October. But most notably, he directed The Impossible. Naomi Watts, Ewan McGregor, and Tom Holland.
good.
Oh, I was wondering if that was the one. Well, he directed that movie.
Yeah, which was
Interesting.
pretty incredible movie.
Well,
where
yeah,
you get.
I have some problems with it, but
Okay, but you
Wait,
get.
I'm thinking of two potential movies that could be.
It's the one where the tsunami hits.
Yes, okay, that's
Yeah.
what I was thinking. Disaster.
It's the one that
where people lived, but the white family was there, so let's focus on them.
Ooh, just
On vacation.
just like oh my god, just like San Andreas.
Oh, is
It's
it
like,
really?
I watched it the other night. Don't ask me why. And I was like, this movie is about like four really wealthy people that care about nobody but themselves and are trying to survive. And I'm like, why? Like, why do I care about
Yeah.
this? They can die. They lived good lives.
Wow.
because he's the Rock.
Anyway, oh yeah, and they totally try to make him white. The kids are like,
They're all
stark
white, right?
And
Yeah.
like, I'm like, you know that he's a black guy, right? Whatever.
Well,
Anyway.
yeah, there's some problems with The Impossible, but you definitely get performances out of the actors that you don't get out of them in other movies.
Ewan
And-
McGregor.
Yeah,
Terrible. He's a great actor.
he's
Naomi
normal.
Watts.
Yeah, they all did really good in The Impossible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're great
Okay.
actors.
In what sense are they? Is he terrible then?
That's why I was joking, because he said,
Oh,
he
you're
pulled a
joking.
great performance out of them that you don't usually see. They both do really great all the time.
Oh, okay.
I don't know,
Well,
not
no,
really.
I mean,
I think they do.
I'm sure there are some things that they, with directors that aren't great.
Sure.
And that movie was enough for Marvel to cast Tom Holland as Spider-Man.
It's for true.
And I don't know, though. It's kind of scary because the last Jurassic World movie, well, the first one and only one,
Mm-hmm.
they got a director where they could just push around and just shit out just
The best-selling movie of all time.
just a by the numbers moneymaker, not creative movie.
And Moneymaker did it do.
Right. But I don't know. Bayona seems like more like less of a pushover type guy.
Yeah.
Hey.
Like if he made another good Jurassic Park movie, I think he could do it.
Well, they have the name Jurassic World now. The
Yeah.
one that made all the money
Now they
before.
know that people
They
will
can
go
take
to
a
see
little
it.
more of a risk
Yeah.
at this point.
They can pull a Fast
they got Chris
Furious. Yeah, I'm
Right.
sure he'll be on it for whatever, for however long it takes till he dies.
Sure. Literally every movie he does at this point will be a huge blockbuster hit.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
For the next couple
but,
years.
but
Well,
I'm
I
saying
just mean like
for
the
him,
sequels of the huge successes he's already done.
for him, he walks into that meeting and demands $100 million, and what are they going to say? No.
Yeah.
Their movie made over $1 billion.
But you only made us
and
billions
he's,
of
and he's the name
dollars.
recognition. So
You want 10%?
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that because of the success they can do. Did I say the thing about Fast and the Furious already? No, I didn't.
know.
They can pull a Fast and the Furious and just make good movies. Now.
Yeah.
Now that they have the big name,
Well, there's
just focus on actually
de-
making it.
those are debatably good movies. They're fun movies.
Find me
they're not good movies.
Find me like 20 people who don't like that movie.
No, that's what I'm saying. Find me 20 people who don't like Jurassic World.
I liked it.
Yeah, I guess I did. I never saw it. So
I saw it
can't
at the
speak to
drive-in.
That
I
sounds
mean,
awful.
That doesn't seem like the best place to watch it.
That's
but-
the best place to watch it.
Is
No,
it?
it's not.
Yeah, because then you can just like bring a 6-pack of beers, sit with your girlfriend and her mom and little brother, and drink beers and watch Jurassic World at the back of
like-
your van.
With like terrible picture and sound quality.
It's really good picture and sound quality.
No, it's not.
Well, I mean, your sound quality is based on your own car, but
Yeah.
no, it was good. It was fun. Like that's what I'm saying. It's not a movie you have to be paying perfectly close attention to. You can bring your snacks and your beer and just watch it out of the car, and it's fun. You can
Yeah,
talk
you're saying
and
stuff. It's a popcorn flick. It's
yeah,
a,
it's literally what it is.
summer blockbuster.
I saw it in the middle of summer
Yeah,
out
But,
the
like-
back of a car.
but that's what I'm saying. Like that's what it was.
That's
but
also
does
the
it,
first
does it
time I've
have
ever
the
been to a
potential
drive-in.
to be like a good movie? Like not one that you just kind of like whatever to, but like actually be like, oh shit, like I'm engrossed in this film.
It could.
Yeah, that's
I
what
mean,
I'm
if
saying.
Jurassic Park can.
Jurassic
Right,
Park
exactly,
certainly
Jurassic
did.
Park, yeah.
Yeah.
Bringing it back to that. That's why I don't know. Maybe this is good that they got this director then who
Yeah,
seems to be a little more serious. And,
Yeah, hopefully he'll get a good enough script.
yeah.
for true. Well, so this guy, Boya?
Bayona.
I thought it was
But
that
he's
an N?
Spanish, so Bayona.
Bayona. So he directed like Ewan McGregor and Naomi Watts. Who else did he direct?
Tom Holland.
Oh, speaking of Tom Holland, We got some last bit of news here for you. So Spider-Man Homecoming. It has officially been announced that they have struck a deal with Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man to be in Spider-Man Homecoming.
Very interesting. I guess he doesn't die in Civil War.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, what the hell? That's some sort of spoiler right there.
Probably.
I
mean,
never considered him to be one of the first people who would die.
I mean, I think he's an option because, I mean, isn't he running out on his contract?
Yeah, wasn't he supposed to be done, like, after Avengers?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And then I think maybe he liked Civil War or something, and then...
We don't know when Homecoming takes place, however, we can probably assume it's right after Civil War.
Although he does seem to know him in, I mean, at least in the trailer. He's the one who knows Spider-Man, so maybe it's right before.
Oh, it could be a prequel, yeah.
That's interesting.
We don't know Iron Man's, to what capacity Iron Man will be in the movie.
I say that every time.
If Robert Downey Jr.'s face will even be in the movie. If he's just Iron Man the whole time doing voiceover.
Well, I guess if it was just his voice, they would still have to say that he's in it, yeah.
Right.
So.
However, this could very well be like in the very beginning, or not even in the very beginning. Say Homecoming does take place after Civil War, and he's thinking back to when Iron Man recruited him onto his team, and that's like a side thing that he's thinking about, or something like that. Just like quick flashbacks or something like that, or maybe they're like interspersed in between or whatever. So we don't know how much he could be in this movie for 10 minutes. He could be in the entire thing.
Yeah,
we don't know.
I'm guessing short, or very briefly, especially because what we know about this movie is that it's supposed to be very contained and like a problem within his high school and something like that. So why would Tony Stark be involved in that?
It could be a post-credits scene where Tony is the Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah,
just saying like, hey, I need you to come fight in this war with me.
Yeah. Well,
it could be.
In the Civil War.
Well, this movie is coming out after Civil War, so I don't think the after-credit scene for Homecoming will be about Civil War.
It could
be the Avengers.
God forbid Marvel mix up their storyline a little bit and put prequels or...
But what does that do even for the audience?
No, I think that's I see what you're saying, because it's like, why do we need to see that? Because we already know that it happens because of Civil War.
That would be a completely pointless...
I see what you're saying. Well, in that case, they may do it then.
It could be...
No, it could be just for the Avengers.
Wow, that would totally explain, like, how did Iron Man know Spider-Man? Why was Spider-Man fighting for Iron Man in Civil War? That would completely explain that.
Well, I would say do that in the movie.
We're assuming they don't explain that in Civil War, which they will.
Maybe.
Don't think they will.
Why wouldn't they explain why Spider-Man's there?
Depends on his role, I think.
I mean, for me, I know that Spider-Man has to have a big role, but I guess it's not.
He's not going to have a big role.
He may not.
I don't know.
He's not in any of the shots of the two teams fighting.
Well, he's on any of the shots they've shown us. They've shown us when they specifically had like the Spider-Man reveal in the last trailer.
Yeah, I think that was done on purpose.
Yeah.
Who knows? We'll see.
Well, guys, that was it for the news. Joey, Tommy, what you doing?
All right, I'll start.
All right.
I been watching Lost.
Ooh.
Man, is it a lot of show to watch?
Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot.
And it's like a very dense show.
Yeah, you have to like remember a lot. You have to pay pretty close attention.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's hard. It's really hard.
Yeah. Surprising amount of characters for people for a show about people stuck on an island.
Yeah.
It's like one of my main complaints about it is that there's supposedly 40 of them. And like every now and then you just see 5 extras in the background.
Yeah, they kind of
behind all the actual characters.
But they are all the same extras throughout the entire thing.
Are they?
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's like the best extras job to get, because you have like a 7+ year job.
It's like, I need to come back to Hawaii for 2 months.
That too.
I guess I'll be there.
Yeah, and also you're
to
guaranteed
stand in the background
a job
and do
for
nothing
that entire time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably amazing for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how's that? Where are you right now?
Season 3, episode 2.
Okay,
I just
nice.
finished.
You're flying through it.
You're getting there.
You're gonna be done pretty quick.
I thought
after season 4 it goes pretty quick.
Yeah.
Well, season 4 is the short one.
Yeah, that's why it's like.
Season 4 and 5 are the same amount of episodes, aren't they?
5 and 6 are 17. 3 is 14.
Yeah, right.
Or 4 is 14.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, that's still happening. And
excited.
we can talk about it after this. And I saw The Jungle Book.
Nice.
Interesting.
Oh, how was that?
I don't know if I really want to tell you.
Sure. All right, Joey?
I finished Lost. I won't say anything. We'll wait until Tommy's done.
Did Josh send you the cracked article?
No.
No, I didn't. I'll send it to you later.
I also watched Kimmy Schmidt.
All of it?
Amazing season, yeah.
Season 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's really quick, half an hour episodes.
13 eps.
13 eps.
Was it good?
Yes.
I watched about the first 2 minutes and
Okay,
fell out of it.
It's hilarious. Same that same like extremely witty and smart humor is the same as in the first show or in the first season. If you like the first season, I think you definitely enjoy this one.
If anyone's ever seen the first season. Pretty
We're
surprised it
talking about
got
a lot
picked
of
up.
people. What?
A lot of
Are
people.
you joking?
First season.
A lot of people have seen it.
Okay.
Like,
Anyway.
I mean, yeah.
All right. Anything else, Joey?
No, that's probably fine.
I started Kimmy Schmidt. I finished episode 4 today. Not that good. I think it's maybe slightly less funny, but still really funny. I really like all the characters, and I like the new characters that I've seen so far. All the storylines I don't care about at all. They're pretty boring.
Yeah, I think it's you.
I don't know. I can't get into any of the plot lines that they're like doing.
I mean,
And the latest one that we just watched is probably my favorite so far because what's her name wasn't in it, the rich lady.
The
you don't like
blonde
her?
lady?
I don't like her. Whatever they're doing with her story right now, I think it's really boring. I think she's funny. I think she's one of the funniest people on the show. But
Titus is the funniest.
Titus is the funniest person on the show. But even his jokes aren't that funny.
Yeah, it didn't seem funny to me this season.
You watched 2 minutes of it.
Yeah.
You don't have any
That-
idea.
laugh once.
that I don't trust.
I
but
don't know.
first season's amazing. Like hilarious front to back. Every second of that show is hilarious.
See, I feel like you might be you're not locked in. You really got to be locked into it because it's very quick and it's
But
very...
also, the first one was so contained. Like, they were either at her house, they were at the rich lady's house, or that was basically it. Here, they're literally in a different location every episode.
I don't think the first season was that contained.
I mean, they're kind of all over the place in New York.
Or
too.
flashbacks to the bunker.
The bunker, yeah. I don't know. I would say keep watching because I definitely...
Well, I'm going to
enjoyed
keep
it.
watching, and
Yeah,
I don't
I'll
know,
get around to it.
I decided to look up reviews, which I don't usually do until I finish something, but I was just like, I don't know why I'm not getting into this. And basically everything I've read was great characters, great jokes, everything's really funny, stories are weak.
Yeah, I don't know if it was ever about this. Like, the storylines were always very simple and very, like...
I liked where all the characters were going, though, and it all came to the head at the, the trial. That's, cause where everyone thing was leading to, and I liked that it was going there, but...
Yeah.
In this one, I feel like all the stories are, first of all, mostly wrapping up every episode. It's not leading to anything.
Although, if you're on episode 4, you may have not really gotten into it yet.
that's
Because
still
Titus
halfway
has a
done with
huge aspect of his character. Like, I would say that he's, close to...
Well, that's why I really liked this episode, because it was about him.
Yeah. It focuses a lot more on him, but it also does sort of... go deeper into the rich lady that you don't like,
Yeah.
and her story. So
Yeah.
I guess if you don't like that, then that might be why you don't.
Yeah, I just think so far what I've seen from her was the story part was kind of boring, but I still love all the jokes. The style of the jokes is so funny, where it's like they'll say something that's supposed to be like a play on words or something, and it'll turn out to be they're talking.
Yeah,
like,
it's
they're
like-
actually talking about that. And, yeah,
No,
it's so good. And what's her name? Lillian? Lillian? What's her name? Lillian. She's hilarious.
Maybe,
She's
yeah.
the best.
The crazy lady, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. That's basically all I've done this past week.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have I done more?
I don't know. I was just saying that was like a 10-minute talk you just
Oh.
did.
Well, don't worry. Next week we'll have a lot to talk about once Thrones, Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones,
God.
Thrones, and Silicon Valley this Sunday. Can't wait. Oh, man.
Tell me, have you watched all of Game of Thrones yet?
No, you won't give me your HBO password.
What are you talking about?
I mean, Josh hasn't given me your HBO password.
Well, Joey's the one who knows it, so.
I use the one at my house. I don't use any other one.
Wow.
Oh, I thought you used this one.
No, I have cable at my house.
All right, I'll figure that out then, Tommy, and give it to you.
I mean, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
you
it's
said that
just the
3 years ago.
Comcast email.
I'll do it today.
It's like really easy. It's
I
like
know.
mom's email and password. It's just like,
Well, I'll get it.
yeah.
All right,
But yeah,
Tommy.
you got till Sunday, so
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Good.
definitely
Cancel
gonna
your
try to catch
plans.
up on Silicon Valley, not on Game of Thrones.
no, definitely do. So that'd be a lot easier.
And continue watching Lost. I'm not giving it to you. All right.
Wow, this is a huge. Okay, go ahead.
Tommy, take us out with your 10-second review. What you gonna do?
The Jungle Book.
Oh, the Jungle
The
Book.
2016 version directed by Jon Favreau himself.
Why that one?
Because that's the one that just came
10
out.
seconds
Figure
on
out
the
do
clock. Ready.
No.
Go.
Amazing animation. The animals look super realistic. All the voice acting is perfect, perfectly cast, except for Bill Murray. And the kid sucks at acting. And
Stop.
So overall, good or maybe not good? I don't know. Is it as good as everyone says it is? How about that?
No.
Or the critics'
no,
rating? And
it's not a 94%.
Okay.
It's
If you were to give it a percentage, Tommy.
70, 75. I mean, it's the Jungle Book.
Sure.
It's not
Yeah.
a good story.
Yeah, it's not like
Yeah.
like
a really
that.
good story.
I don't.
Were
Yeah,
there elephants? There were no elephants in the trailer.
there are elephants. The elephants are a pretty big
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
They're basically they're the gods of the jungle.
Why didn't they show them in the trailer?
Secrecy, a little surprise for
Because
you.
they had a big part in the animated series and the little baby one, and they all
That's right. I remember
they all
that now.
touch each other's butts. When they
Oh, that wasn't in the movie.
Guys, we'll see you next week.